What's up, my dudes? Today I'm going to teach you all about rosemary and different uses for rosemary. This video is going to be for beginner witches, but if anyone that wants to practice with herbs or do anything with herbs, they can use this video. Also, this is going to be from a very beginner perspective, so there are multiple different things you can do with rosemary, but these are going to be the very basics and also some very basic properties and uses for rosemary. Now, the main properties for rosemary that we're going to be talking about is protection, purification, and healing. The main way that I usually like to use rosemary is burning it and also having it for any sort of incense or protection. This is the best way that I seem to use it. It doesn't really matter if you use it for protection, purification, or healing, but protection is one of the things that I mainly use it for, and you can also use it for that too. If you would like to, I have a few different spells on my YouTube and also on my socials showing different spells that you can do with rosemary, but the main way that I usually like to use rosemary is for protection. If you would like to know anything else about witchcraft related content, just subscribe to my channel and leave a like on the video so I know what everyone wants to see. And also, if you would like to suggest anything for a future video, just leave it in the comments below and I'll make a video all about that. The main type of witches that will use rosemary in their practice are usually the kitchen and the Greenwitches. The kitchen witches, we usually like to use it for any sort of cooking that we want to amplify the flavor of, or if you also want to add a little bit of protection and purification into something you're cooking, this is a good way to add that into your cooking. But also, if you're a green witch, you would often use this either as the raw plant itself, or you would use it as the dried form for any sort of things that you're trying to make. I have a few different videos about using rosemary to actually make things for your practice, but the main way to use rosemary for me personally is to have it in a dried form. This is just the easiest for me, especially during winter time when it's freezing cold outside. You can't really grow rosemary that effectively, but if you can grow rosemary, it's a good idea too, because that will not only have that, can not only use those properties whenever you feel like, but also having it around you and having it in your garden will just bring these properties to you on a regular basis without you having to do specific spells. Just make sure you take care of your rosemary and you treat it nicely, and it will treat you nicely with the properties that it holds. If you would like to buy any sort of rosemary, or you would like to buy any other herbs, I'm going to leave it in the description below. These are just where I get my herbs from. I usually get mine in bulk just because it'll help me to have it for a longer period of time. Also, if you do buy things in bulk, then it does save you money in the long run rather than buying individual packets. I would suggest, if you are going to be using a new herb or a new ingredient in your practice, you start with a smaller amount. Maybe you get it from a grocery store, maybe a convenience store, and then you practice with that. And once you run out, if you find that it works for you or you like using it, you can buy a bulk pack, and that will just save you in the long run. This is going to be a short spell that you can use rosemary for. This is not the only spell you can use rosemary for. This is just a simple spell that I believe all beginner witches can use in their practice. Also, it does not require that much rosemary, so if you are just getting it from a small amount, then you could also do this spell. This spell is also going to be done with a few other ingredients, but if you do not have these ingredients, you can always just substitute your own or just do whatever you see fit. Multiple different herbs have different properties, so these are just different herbs that I'm going to be using with this. But if you have anything that you would like to use that has the same properties, you can go ahead and use that as well. So yeah, once you're done with your spell, that's just something easy that you can do with rosemary. It's also something that you can do on a pretty regular basis. It doesn't really matter once you do these type of spells. I tend to just do them whenever I feel the intention to. So if I'm feeling that I need to do it, then I will do it, and that's pretty much it. If you would like to focus your energy a little bit more, you can also do it on certain days, and also you can try and focus it on a certain moon phase. It doesn't have to be the exact moon phase or the exact day, but if you want a little bit more potency in your practice whenever you are doing any sort of spell candles or anything like that, you could just focus it on a certain spell day. If you would like to do any sort of closing or any sort of gratitude, you can also do that after the spell. This is a good idea to not only do this after your practice, but just in general after you're done doing any sort of spell. Whether it's focusing your energies or maybe bringing forth energies that are around you, it's a good idea to give some sort of praise and gratitude. Also, if you'd like to know more about witchcraft or witchcraft related content, just subscribe to my channel. If you would like to suggest topics for future videos, just leave it in the comments below, and I'll make full videos all about that. Make sure to have a good day, night life, enjoy yourself, and be happy.